Hello and happy Saturday. I've just been sat in my deck chair watching my water feature, relaxing with a nice brew. No alcohol. Actually, because it was payday yesterday, I treated myself to a curry and a bottle of beer. It's going to be a tight month with all the bloody bills, so won't be doing a great deal, and I won't be spending. Yeah, them bloody LEDs pinging out, I'll show you. So I've decided just to check them all off. One of them's pinged out, and I thought it might be with me disturbing the wiring because it's been pouring down. I've been using my colour match towel to mop my bike down at work. It can press on them wires. But no, they've just pinged out. There's a rust spot inside the one that's pinged. And as for these off Amazon, one of them has failed. Not waterproof at all. I'm going to have a look when I take them off. And even my old one's pinged out, the one that went across. I used to have one at each side vertical, but when one failed I put that one in the middle. Got these off Amazon, 10 quid. So I'm just going to scrap them. They're not designed, it says waterproof, that's bollocks, isn't it, because they're not. And I do have a load of spray stuff in here. I'm not sure of the colours. Yeah, what are them? I'll test them. I think they're all probably red. I've just been testing some and they were red. That was a rip-off I got off eBay. You think you're getting a pair and they send you one. So where's the other one? I said another one pair. There should be a pair if they're not symmetrical. That's not going to leave bad feedback. No, we refund half money. I said, yeah, $4.99 for one. It should be a pair. Cheeky sods. There's rip-off merchants, aren't there? And that's just a single row as well. I should have sent them back and said they're crap. Although, you know, if they were symmetrical, I could have put them on, but they would have failed as well. Because, you know, the way they're wired up inside, they're called circuit on board for a reason. The circuit is just a load of bare connections in there, so as soon as you get wet, they'll start to frazzle, won't they? And that's another variant they've started doing, little square blocks. They're like one really bright LED, and you can just make out the wiring onto a single LED with a huge magnifying glass on. And that's 3 little blocks, and they last for a while, then they're pinged out. So like I said, they're just crap, aren't they? That was meant to be an indicator bleeper, but it's far too loud. I thought of taking my Tarzan horn off and substituting this as a sort of panic alarm. You know what I mean? Good though, aren't they? MN21s are for doorbells with the 12 volts, so you can test all your 12 volt accessories with them. They're red because I just tested the other one in the bag. No, I'm not going to bother. Why am I doing this? Because I'm not going to bother with them again. They're just crap. They're nice. They light up blue. But like I said, they're prone to failure. It nearly started a fire when that corroded inside and touched on the other one. I feel it getting hot. And they're rubbish. They're just bleeding rubbish. Oh, there's a spare little bleeper there. Spare microphone, I wonder where they were. And if they work on my... I think they were rubbish, that's why I put them in there. And see, I wonder if they work on my portable Blackpool mini camcorder that I take to the seaside. I got them when I had my Aprilia. You see Pegasus, little waist, not waist, yeah, waistcoat expanded for a waistcoat. So if you're having a Aprilia Pegasaur, you can have them. Unless I get one again. Doubt it, because you're absolute crap. Nothing but electrical problems with that, and that was just standard electrics, nothing like this rubbish. I don't know, what colour is that? Negative, positive, hey, white. Oh. Should I just, yeah, should I do them top ones? It's a proper filament as well, not them crappy blocks. Right, well, it's off, easy enough. Snip the 3 wires connecting them. Left the indicator ones there. The positive ones, of which is now 3, have to be snipped off. And I've not removed that one yet. You know, I might just leave it off and not bother with that spur one. Because you've always got that worry, haven't you, if you're in a downpour like I was the other week, Rivington. See, look at that crap. If in a downpour, it's likely to go pear-shaped and possibly ice something up. Look at that, waterproof. It's a rubbish road. Yeah, well, little wires go on the board. Lots of green and white powdery, which is corrosion. I suppose they're sealed on that plate, but if one's failed, which one failed? Yeah, that one. Let's have a look. I got some overspray on this when I was painting my engine. I'm going to soak it in boiling water for 20 minutes to soften everything, then see if my pan scrubbers will get the guns off. £10 from Amazon. Yeah, has it just come off, or have I just done that? But like I said, I'm not even going to consider them for use ever again. These one was with the aluminium on it, said better quality than other ones you'll see on eBay, and they have lasted quite well. You know, the others are black, and these are, it said better wiring, better quality. Well, that one has failed, although it had lasted a long time. Right, like I said, I'll soak it to try and get them off, and the paint. I put a load of pike nuts on. I had them when I had my custom X4 Cruiser. But they're all looking a bit knackered now. Right, boil pans for hot water. Can't afford to put the immersion heater on. My electric bill's sorted. Yeah, Blackie, you helping, baby? Yeah, he said your direct debit of £75 a month is not covering your bill. We're going to put it up to £115. I said, well, if you do, I'll just cancel my direct debit like I did with Bulb last year. I said, I think your ratings are far too much, as the rest of the country think too. You know, what they set for amounts of money per bloody unit. I don't use a kettle anymore. Are you snuggling, Blackie? Don't use electric kettle. No central heating, and yet they charge a bloody fortune. I suppose my old television I'll use a lot, plus the dehumidifier, which I don't use because it's summertime, isn't it? Allegedly. And you look, it's going to pour down. Look at the sky. Yeah, it's going to rain, Bobby. It's purring so hard, it's dribbling. You're dribbling on me, baby. You little baby, aren't you? We want some sunshine, don't we? Right, sort this. Yeah, they're a big bunch of wires. with little connectors on. Yeah, that's a power coming out of the harness. Should I disconnect that? Keep it handy. That's a harness for the old heated grips, which were wraparound type, and I've used that. What's that glue? Just to put a bit of super glue in to hold it. Yeah, that'll come out. Will that leave live wires on the edge of the thing though? Which way is that pushing? Oh yeah, little gripper. That's right, yeah. And that, yeah, that's the power for my charging horn indicator light, which lights up. And that light that operates without the keying. You direct to the battery and a fuse. I'm going to wire it to that alarm and just have like a panic alarm rather than the charging, or just that speaker's on its way out. Right, so I'm leaving these on. These are the amber sideways indicator boosters, because I always feel bikes are a bit invisible sideways on. Look at that, where have I done that? Yeah, that's going into the harness for the indicators. So I'll have to keep all that. But rather than snip it, I've left it long and just bunched it wide. And that was fastened around there. Should I risk shortening it all? Right, just been inside, filled the sink up with 2 more pans. I'll leave it to soak until it goes lukewarm. And yeah, that wiring, that's going to that rear LED which I'm keeping. They were little branches I put on to power whatever the other lights. So that's the cable from the other heated grip, which has, I must have removed that little connector and put these on, because every time I had to keep swapping them when they pinged out, it got shorter and shorter. So therefore they're on them, but I should have put something in there, black silicone. Although I did wrap lots of tape around. Anyway, I need to shorten this, make sure I know which is positive. You have a little line on, don't you? You all know that, don't you? Smooth is negative, little line is positive. I've got 2 pair just in case I arse them up. Well, after destroying 2 of my scrubbers, I've got most of the crap off. I'm going to try and get them pike nuts off, but they look rusted on. I bent it slightly. I could attempt to get them off, but why bother? That's one of the first things I got when I first got my Hornet in 2012, this grill. I think they were about 50 quid then. Oh, I missed doing that bit. The paint come off very easily. Let's see if that does. Yeah, that's a little bit of overspray. I did it the lazy way. Held a piece of newspaper up to shield it and just sprayed. That's why I'm worried about the paint coming off the engine. If that comes off the same way, when I get my scrubbing brush out to clean it, will it suddenly come off? finished. When I was tidying the wiring up for the rear one, you know, and the old standard wires, and for the indicator ones, you see, still working. So not really in a vulnerable position weather-wise, and I have painted around the edges. Excuse me. Yeah, that connector, I thought, yeah, I'll have to tape it up and make sure no water gets in. Hang on, I do have one single one left. And the connector's there, so why not use the last single one up? And I've just painted with some solvent black paint, and it's melted already. That lens, I thought it was glass, it's a plastic magnifier lens. It would be, wouldn't it, for a cheap thing off eBay. But I've just been scratching it with my thumbnail, and it's actually dissipated the light, so it's better. All you'll be able to see is a glare because it is a powerful light. So yeah, the last one is on. We'll see if it lasts all summer. And like I said, it's on the switch for the old heated grips. So that only remains, well, it only remains for me to wrap the last one up. Plenty of tape on. And I don't need a zip tie. So there we are, a radiator grill with no crappy things on, all clean again like new, and the paint's come off. I must remember to put the petrol tank back down. Well, as I'm faffing about with the bike, I forgot to mention, have you noticed, rhododendron. After the failure of quite a few of my bulbs, although I've seen a little, yeah, there we are, a little shoot. Signs of a bloody rose bush coming back. I'll have to monitor that. They're all meant to be snipped down, but obviously one survived. I actually mashed them all up with my loppers. Don't want any more roses. Another little shoot there. I think they're the same as them begonias. There's a begonia there, but because they've failed, I saw them at Aldi last Sunday, $5.99. And I thought, sod it, I'll get one. Even though they're difficult to grow because of the funny soil they're meant to be propagated in ericaceous soil. Yes, because I'm faffing about with the bike, I thought they're looking a bit grotty. I think it's 2 years since I did them, and I asked it up because I painted this Aldi paint, which was a similar blue, on the top of the old paint, and of course it went funny. And I still have a bit of primer left in the cupboard, so I'll do it the proper way with primer this time. Yes, it's similar to those infills here. You know, I think they're normally silver or black, and I painted them years ago blue, and I've been repainting them every couple of years. That's a thin metal doother I put in. When I was giving my mate from work a lift to work, he stood on that, swung his leg over, and he was 12 stone, and it just went boom. Oh, it's rusty. I said, it's you're too bloody heavy, it's for birds, not blokes. No, it's rusty. I said, well, it is a bit worn. And I found a thin sliver of metal bent into shape, and that little thin sliver is sufficient to support, you know, the folding action. But the other one's going now. When they fall below where they're meant to be, that means they're getting worn. And if I've got another thin sliver of, I forgot what that was off. What would that be off? I think it was some kind of bracket for something for the back end, I forgot. Anyway, I'll rub these down. Is it worth filming? Not right down, I should do it really right down, but just till it's sort of flat. I'm not going to stand up to close inspection, but it should still look nice. Hopefully with that primer I can do a better job this year. Just read the blurb on the tin. Leave 24 hours to cure. What, for primer? Are you joking? Then sod off. When that's touched dry, the blue's going on, I'm not bothered. And if it wrinkles, I'm still not bothered. It's going back on the bike. I don't know. 24 hours my ass. Yeah. Auto Tech grey primer. Hair covering power. Yeah, little Bobby the mouser. That's him that catches all the mice. Yeah. He loves having a scratch, don't you? Because you can't reach there, can you, Bobby? You like that? Oh, little baby. Good boy. Stop catching mice and bringing them in. There's still two in, one behind the fridge and one crawls scratching behind them wooden panels in the kitchen. Chewing wires. Hey, hey, hey! Little sod. Blackie gets jealous when Bobby gets cuddled. I should have stroked Blackie, shouldn't I? Bloody cats. You think they'd all be friends, wouldn't you, little sods? And on that note, I think I'll call it a day. Yes, I'm going to spray them as soon as the touch dry. I'm going to spray them with blue. It's gone on too long, this cobbler, isn't it? So I'll say goodbye. There. Sod it, that'll do, won't it? Eh? What do you mean, no? That's all for today.